What it do, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of KM Videos, True Story. Today's episode actually takes place after the last story about BJ. I go down to the end of this dungeon. I'm talking about the last cell on the tier. And it's Pup from Rolling 100s and Taxman from Ludus Park up in there. Pup is a tall, light-skinned dude with long hair, semi-muscular, and he's always grinning. And Pup had some Stacy Adams, he had some Romeos, and he had some blue Chuck Taylors. On the left shoe, he had Rolling 100s written on there. On the right shoe, he had 11 Trey Block Crip on there. He was all about his cripping during this time. Cool dude, though. I had knew Pup since 1988. I knew him from the streets. So we catching up on old times. We talking about common friends and different things that go on in the Crip community. And Taxman is getting tired of hearing all this talk. So he decides he wants to go to another cell. So he gets moved to another cell. And me and Pup continue to talk about our homies and different things going on. I'm telling Pup about the crap gangs we be having in the hood and how I be getting down. And Pup is telling me about how he be low riding and how the hunters get down. So eventually we decided if we beat these cases, we gonna kick it together on the outs. We both had court dates and I ended up not coming back to the cell because they sent me to Wayside. The homie Duke is in there, the homie Black is in there, Papa from West Boulevard, and everybody else in there that was black was from a rival hood. I get out a few months later, and I'm driving through VNG Hood, going back toward my house. I'm going up 52nd Street, I bust a left, and as I'm approaching Slauson, I see this light-skinned dude in khakis. He got on blue khakis. He got on a long white t-shirt. He got these long pigtails with blue rubber bands tightly wrapped around the ponytails. And it's Pup. Come to find out, Pup was staying with his grandmother on 52nd and 6th Ave. And he was hanging out with some of the homies over there. So I pull near the curve and I yell out, "What's up, blood?" Pup reaches up under his t-shirt, slow as hell, puts his hand in his pants, and before he could finish, I pull out a pistol and say, "It's me, cuz." And he smiles, he grins, he walks on over to the car, and I explain to him that Lil C-Dub just wrecked me for 13 racks in Jerry Green's backyard in a dice game. And Pup is listening and smiling. You can't really tell if he believed me or not. But I tell him, man, I can't rest until I get my money back. So he excitingly asks, "You got a robbery up?" I'm like, "Nah, fool." I'm like, "Get your ass in the car and let's roll." And he said, "Where we going?" I said, "Man, just get your ass in the car." Pup has this long pause and I'm getting irritated. So I ask him, "Are you going with me or what?" So Pup looks at me and he said, "I don't have no money, loco, and my hair ain't done." Man, I was so upset. Like, what type of nigga needs to get his hair done? And it's okay that you don't have no money. Nigga, I got some money. That's why I'm asking you to go with me. So I flash 15 racks on him and tell him, "You don't need no money, nigga, you with me." I'm driving the Rag 5.0 at this time. And as soon as he get in the car, he flips down my sun visor for the mirror. He's in the mirror playing with his hair and wiping on his face. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" He like, "Man, I'm trying to make sure I'm right." So I speed up 54th. I go to the house, drop the burner off. We jump on the freeway. I'm speeding all the way to Vegas. It's nighttime now. As I'm speeding past Victorville, this fool's in the mirror looking at himself singing, "I wanna sex you up" by Color Me Bad. So I asked him, "Do you ever get enough of yourself?" In a serious manner, he looks at me and he says, "Cuz, Don't be jealous your hair ain't as long as mine. We going back and forth, all the way to Victorville. During the rest of the ride to Vegas, I explained to him how everything's gonna go. We're gonna hit Caesar's Palace, we're gonna hit the Mirage, we're gonna hit a couple of casinos and just try to win a little bit of each casino. Then we're gonna stay the night and we're gonna come back the following day. In between me telling him how everything's gonna go in Vegas, him singing to the radio and looking at himself in the mirror, he seemed to be taking everything in real cool. We pulled up to Caesar's Palace about 11 o'clock at night, and it's crowded, it's cracking. Pup appeared to be just as happy as he could be, like he wasn't used to getting out and going nowhere. He was feeling himself on the red carpet, because see, Caesar's Palace had red carpet. As we walking toward the dice game, he's steady combing through his hair. He's steady twiddling his little pigtails. He's taking rubber bands off and twiddling them and putting them back on his pigtails. Almost like he was nervous, but more like he was getting ready to go in front of a camera and take pictures. So me and Pup make our way over to the crap table, and we standing in the aisle looking at this one particular table. Everybody's yelling and screaming and excited, which means they're winning at that table. So I peek over the table, and these are some high rollers at this table. There ain't no small change right there. I didn't really want to play there. Like, they had about 8 crap tables and all of them are full. So I didn't really want to play there because I don't like to be around a lot of people. I don't like people touching all on me and bumping into me and all that type of stuff. And then with Pup, the way he's acting, he kind of got me a little nervous because I feel like bro is with me, but he's not with me mentally. They had big chips. And there's this one little white lady. Looked like Nancy Reagan or the lady on Golden Girls. She got this white hair, all puffed out. She got some old pearls around her neck. She got some nice diamonds on her finger. And she looks back at me like we gonna steal her purse. So she grabs her purse and shit. And in my mind, here go that racist attitude. But then she looks at us and she keep looking at us and she said, boy, come on up in here. Boy, come to this table. And I'm like offended, like this racist bitch. First your table, now you keep calling me boy. And Pup's like, no, don't trip. An elderly white man to her left, he says, hey, don't worry about it. So now I'm more mad at him than I am at her. Her frequent use of the word boy and her southern accent, it just didn't sit that well with me. But Pup helps convince me not to trip, so I end up squeezing between her and the other man. And the table's popping. It didn't take long to win no money because this one shooter was shooting his ass off. And the lady tells me, get you a 10, boy, get you a 10. And Pup is saying, yeah, get a 10. 10 times 10, rolling 100s, cuz. He's irritating as fuck. And I don't want to jump in late. This fool already been rolling out. Man, this ain't gonna work. Cuz I'm telling you, 10 times 10, 10 times 10. And 10 keep coming up. So finally I jump on the 10. And this shooter just keeps shooting, he's hot. And man, I started leaving the money on the 10, doubling it up. Pup started to notice how serious I was about gambling, but he still didn't understand why I was tripping off the old white lady. This is the first time I ever knew a 10 and a 4 could be lucrative, and I won big on it. By the time we cashed out on that one shooter, because I didn't stick around for nobody else, plans canceled. We are not going to no other casinos. We are not going to get no dinner, no breakfast, no room, no nothing. We got to get the hell up out of here. So I'm at the table when the dude fall off counting my chips. I got like 15,880 bucks. So I tell Pup, let's go. Pup's like, no, shoot, no. Let me shoot, no. So we go over to the casino cage. This is where you get your money for your chips. And I slide Pup 880 in chips. and I cash in 15 racks. I put the 15 racks in my pocket because now I won all the money I lost in the backyard, in the hood, and made it worth Pup's trip. And so we jump in the car. Pup is happy, man. He's singing the whole way home. And I drop him off in the wee hours, and I go home. I get up and go to 6th Avenue. I see Pup the next afternoon. He got his hair done, a fresh khaki suit on. He's happy as hell. He's calling me his homie like he loved me all of a sudden. And now he's seen how real I was about, come on, let's go to Vegas. This is how I get down. This is what I do. And he loved it and he respected it. Like, you can get some money without robbing and stealing and burglarizing. He was all for that shit. But Pup, what we gonna do now? Pup like, man, I'm finna go fuck this money off. And I felt kind of bad, but I felt good too, because now Pup got $880 to do what he wanted with. Pup tells me he got this Chevy, he got this orange rag Chevy in his grandmother's garage on 52nd Street. And I tell him, let's trade. You take the 5.0 and give me the Chevy for a day. He got a million excuses of why he can't get the Chevy out the garage. Oh, it got leaves. Oh, it grew ivy. Oh, the door is too heavy. I'm like, come on, let's get this shit open. Nigga, I could get a gardener, nigga. I could buy a new door, whatever. Nigga, let me roll the Chevy. And we could never get in it. I don't think Pup had no Chevy. I think Pup was lying to me the whole time. Now I'm thinking back in the cell, nigga. All them Chevys and switches you was hitting and all these Daytons you got. I don't know about all that now. I mean, maybe you did have that shit. I don't know, nigga, but I ain't seen it, nigga, and I ain't seen no pictures, nigga. I ain't heard nobody talking about you hopping no Chevy. But nevertheless, that's the homie, man, and he was good luck, man, and I blessed him, and I felt good about blessing him, man. You know, he went back to prison. He struck out. I've talked to him a couple times, and he's doing all right. He should be getting out about now, I would guess. All the dudes that struck out pretty much came home or on their way home now. And that's it for today's story, man. 2 messages, man. When you got it, don't mind blessing somebody that you got love for. Secondly, man, you ain't got to lie to kick it. Nigga, just keep it real with me. Tell me the truth, nigga. You don't have to have a car. It's been years I ain't had no car, but that's it for today's story, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and leave a comment. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And just so you know, you guys been asking for more stories about my brother. So I'm gonna hit y'all with 2 stories, maybe 3 about bro. I wanna get to some more Roscoe stories, but I don't wanna overkill on the homie and make all my stories seem like they about Roscoe. But once again, thanks for watching. Salute y'all, peace.
Sitting reminiscing.